What's going on there, guys? We're back with another one. Look like it's still some bad blood between Camron and Chad Ochocinco. Now, we saw the issues with him and Shannon Sharpe, and I detailed that in a video which I'm going to pin in the comment section if you haven't seen it, really detailing the back and forth between the two podcasts and some of the things that were said over time, which Chad, he came out and said he was going to take Camron's spot when he was going to start podcasting and everything. And so Camron never liked that and felt like it had hater energy because Cam and them were just getting it off, and the urban market was really rocking with them first. And you can even see that in everybody's podcast who's come after. Stephen A., Shannon Sharpe, all of them have tried to take that formula somewhat and implement it into what they like to do in podcasting. But man, yeah, we're gonna get into what Cam said and I'm gonna react to it. Let's check it.
I don't really fuck with Chad Ochocinco, to be totally honest with you. He alright, but at the end of the day, when we started this show, the nigga was hating from the very beginning. We started the show, we was doing very well, it was very successful. We didn't have no deal, no sponsors or nothing. We was doing this off the muscle. He comes out of nowhere talking about, yeah, I'm gonna get myself back together and I'm taking Cam's spot. Why the fuck you gotta take my spot, nigga? Fuck is you talking about? You been a football player your whole life, nigga. Now because I'm doing sports, you come and take my spot. And at that particular time, we had only been doing the show about 2.5 months, 3 months. But that's how much of an impact that I had that bitch ass nigga felt threatened, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, we try to call him, shout out to my nigga Bub. My nigga Bub knows some niggas he know. I tried to give him a job. He like, yo, talk to my agent. I said, I'm talking to you now. What the I don't do business like that. I talk to my agent. See, you so dumb you can't even speak for yourself, stupid motherfucker. I tried to offer you more paper than you probably get now. Ask Mark Jackson how he got paid. Ask Mike Irvin how much he got paid. Ask them niggas if they was living lovely off the checks me and Murder was sending them niggas. Ask them. I bet you ain't getting paid the money that Mark Jackson and Mike Irvin got paid working with us. I don't know this for a fact, but ask Mike Irvin and ask Mark Jackson if they get paid lovely. And if I threaten niggas like you, this is why you going to do the shit you doing. Fucking telling Stephen A. about getting your piece bigger? Yo, I don't like you, nigga. I don't like you. I don't like your con. Your whole style is bitch made, nigga, and I don't fuck with you. Try to give you a job, and then you go and suck the nigga Shannon off. Ooh, Shannon, why you go suck him off? For what? Pause. I came to you first. Oh, my agent handles anything. You dumb motherfucker. Your agent probably robbing you, probably not as much well off as as niggas think you are. And if you still need a job, I ain't hiring no more. You better hope that nigga Shannon keep you with him, nigga. I don't like you. Hating on me for no motherfucking reason from the jump. Fuck you.
So Chad Ochocinco responds to that with the famous 50 Cent. What he say, forget me for mean, and somebody came in Chad's comment section saying, nah, 100,000 views, you can't let that ride. And Chad said, how else they gonna get views? Now, we know it is what it is, get good views, and we see a lot of people on Nightcap, after a sporting event, especially during football season, you could see 80,000 people on their live, and they do a live show, and so is very successful. And Chad may be happy, being the other A-Mike with Shannon Sharpe rather than coming on Cam and Mason's podcast, which I could understand him liking that opportunity. Cam is saying that he offered him a job first and foremost, and maybe that just wasn't up his alley, but Cam extended the olive branch even after your hating. And some of the things that Chad has said on the podcast, even when Shannon was going through it with Cam, where he was saying pause and all that stuff, but he was saying it in a funny way, trying to diminish their pause joke, which whether you think is childish or not, this is something that they do have a lot of people saying again. It was already a big thing way back when, but it came back, with their show and with Dame coming back to social media and doing a lot of things. So, yeah, man, it looks like the issues with Chad and Cam and actually Nightcap and It Is What It Is ain't going nowhere no time soon. I think it is what it is. They hit their markers on views. I don't think their podcast is struggling with views, and Cam has branched off and done other shows, brought Mark Jackson in the fold, and have a lot of people that we like to hear from. Um, he brought in Maurice Claret. Maurice Claret now has a regular job, and that's one thing I always admired about his podcast is that he brings in people who probably wouldn't get a chance with these big networks like that. And you see the big networks trying to grab Quentin Richardson, trying to grab Cam Newton. They only trying to grab you after you got your platform. Sometimes I like to see people say, nah, we good, because they see your potential and how many views you're getting, and they want you to bring that to their platform. But they want you to bring it as an employee, and I think sometimes the people that they are acquiring, the talent they're acquiring, are beyond being employees. So I say all that to say, just getting back on the topic at hand, I think Ocho saying he coming to take their spot, I can't 100% say how he meant that. If he thought he was sending some joking shot with Cam and Cam won't with that, or if he really was hating. You never can really tell because it be truth and people joke sometimes. And sometimes, people just be talking, because Chad never came out with a podcast on his own. He came out with Shannon Sharpe, and they doing their thing. And I think, let me be clear, I think what they're doing is very successful, and that is the fit for him. And I also think, Cam and Mace, they brought that say whatever I want podcast to the internet. Like, I just say exactly how I feel, unfiltered, and we're gonna still get the sponsorships and everything behind that. And so, at the time you couldn't say nothing on your own time, even on social media, about anything. But ESPN have people that got podcasts that say any and everything now. So in a lot of ways, Cam and Mace reinvented that wheel. You know what I'm saying? Now I do remember Cam offering Skip Bayless a job too. I mean, I think Cam probably, has extended jobs to most people that have been let go. But I mean, Mark Jackson, his show is real cool, real knowledgeable about basketball. Stat has got our own show. He's got another show, Talk with Flea, that he's doing. And so this network is continuing to grow and branch out. And I'm thinking that's what Cam is probably pointing to as you think about Chad, turning down that offer. He probably had something big that he could have did with Chad, or Chad could have did to branch off himself, have his own show. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with Nightcap, see if they do anything else with him, because we all know after a while, if you don't move on, certain things get stagnant, especially if you don't have different, if you don't present it differently over time, somebody else will come up and take over. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.